about ready to get into this. And I had one of the moments of stupidity. I found out generally most games have an open battle mode when it's installing the metadata for the game. So that's what that open battle was. That's why I didn't get any harder. It was just something meant to keep me busy until the game was fully installed. Here we go. Now, I realize, Square Enix, the original for FF15 isn't working on FF15 anymore, but they decided to release this part of the second half DLC, and not the episode Luna Freya and or whatever the fuck they were gonna call the other two after episode Arden. I just find it kind of stupid that they released episode Arden, but they're not gonna release those two just because the original developer of FF15 is no longer with FF15. And I mean, I don't know, this part of the DLC could have already been finished, and that's why they decided to release it anyways. I don't know their reasoning, other than, they're not doing the other two episodes because they canceled everything else for FF15 because the original developer isn't there anymore. That's all I know is that, the other two episodes are pretty much canceled at this point, but they decided to release this one for some odd reason, which is just kind of stupid. But even without the original creator, they could still, release the other two episodes, but, they might be doing that, just, talking a bunch of shit out their ass like they usually do to keep the fans fucking riveted and shit. That's also another good possibility. Just Square Enix hyping up the inevitable releases of the other two expansions with or without fucking Tabata. Because I could see them doing that. Because, I mean, admittedly, they don't need Tabata to release the two remaining planned DLCs. Because, I mean, they already released episode Arden without Tabata, so they can do it with the other two planned DLCs as well. But, to each their own. Like I said, it could be smoke and mirrors, just, Square Enix trying to keep the fucking tension going for the inevitable releases of the expansions, or they could be canceled. It could go either way. But in my opinion, if they do remain, canceled like they've been saying they are, I don't see why they should be. Because Square Enix released episode Arden without Tabata, so they could do the other two without it as well. But yeah, enough from me. We're gonna get into this. Check this out, because I've actually been waiting for the backstory of Arden more than anything, just because, well, they didn't cover him very well in the movie, the anime, or the games. I mean, well, game. Because I'm not going to count the Pocket Edition, because it's the same thing, and I'm not going to count all the little spin-offs fucking things they had going on there. Like fucking King's Knight, because, well...
Long ago, there lived a man, blessed by the gods, and revered by the people as their savior. His name was Arden Lucis Kyla. And he was to have served as the first king of Lucis.
Now here's where we skip all the way back, way back.
In other news, a member of the Border Patrol has been reported MIA since sometime before dawn this morning. The missing officer has been identified as 28-year-old Mars Sapientia. Although Officer Sapientia allegedly reported for duty at his appointed time, fellow officers say he disappeared soon after and has not been sighted since. Officer Sapientia is a tall, fair-skinned male and was last seen wearing his Border Patrol fatigues. Anyone with information on Officer Sapientia's whereabouts are requested to contact the Crown City Police immediately. And now a word from the Public Information Bureau. Today marks the anniversary of the founding of the Kingdom of Lucis. The Founders Day Committee has prepared a number of attractions in honor of this auspicious occasion, including a parade as well as a statue of himself. All are welcome and encouraged to participate in today's festivities. This has been a message from the Public Information Bureau.
What about you?
Now, on to the weather.
Shouldn't you be looking for your buddy?
Today in the Crown City, we expect mild nothing but blue skies.
I'm on special
The world
assignment.
may experience some inclement weather, starting in the evening and continuing throughout the night. That concludes today's news and weather.
Welcome to the Day Festival. In a moment, the parade will begin making its way through the city. King Regis is scheduled to participate in the festivities. Circling the citadel alongside the statue of the founder king, Somnus Lucis Kyla.
So this is the city's Somnus built on the back of his own flesh and blood. Just look at them, free of care and unaware of the war beyond their wall.
In order to ensure the safety of all
What need is there to worry when brick and mortar blinds them to the suffering outside? Why venture out into the world when you feel so safe within? What a life to live. This is the statue of the founder king? I see the sculptor took quite a few liberties.
So what do you think, son? Not every day you get to see this personal bodyguard up close.
They're so cool! I want to be a world guard someday.
And that must be the king's castle. Now, let the fireworks begin!
Oh, darling. You can't expect me to believe that.
But I do. You have my word.
Well, in that case... You look exhausted, my love. Are you all right?
I am. The gods bless me with a power and a purpose to cure people of what ails them. I must see your will be done.
Your devotion shall not go unnoticed. The gods will doubtless be watching over you. Just as I shall be watching over you every step of the way. It seems to me the cure for your exhaustion is comprised of two things, one of which is rest.
And the other
Is me.
Oh, Aaron, pray be with me, always. He's alive.
Just as the ancient texts told.
Who?
Take him away.
Take him away. Don't touch me.
Status report. Everything is fine here.
Roger that. We'll transport the subject to your location.
And we'll have the medical team ready as planned.
What's the
situation over there?
Nothing to report. We're just...
Adagium sighted!
Get it back in the cell. No matter what. We can't let that thing off this island.
Stop. Cease this. It's unbelievable. Hey. Somnus.
Forgive me, brother. But the throne seats only one. God, no.
Arden Chief Visithia would like to see you.
Nothing here to interest me. Might as well head out. I dare say this outfit wasn't paid. Not the most enthralling view. Come, have a seat. However, we thank you for the bounty you have laid before us.
Don't want your food getting cold, do you? Are you enjoying your stay?
No.
You've been asleep for years. Learning to appreciate the waking world will take time. Perhaps I can help enlighten you while we dine.
Was your examination of me a fruitful one?
Oh yes, you've proven far more fascinating than expected. No wonder they kept you locked away. To think the powers of a demon could dwell within the heart of a man, it's incredible. The Star Scourge doesn't sap your life force, it gives you more. Your cells can regenerate themselves, and you can demonify other life forms as well. There's no doubt you are not a monster, a marvel. I can't wait to unravel all your mysteries.
How long has it been since you brought me here?
204 days. Roughly 7 months or so. Then again, the Lucians had you locked away in that prison for nearly 2 millennia. I'd be more surprised if you hadn't lost all concept of time. You must loathe those Lucians for what they did to you.
What is this food?
Meat, cloned in this facility.
Cloned?
We cultivated somatic cells, used them as donors to fuse the nucleus transplant cells to the recipient oocytes, and then we...
Enough. I've no ear for the ramblings of a lunatic. What is it you want from me, anyhow? What about me interests you so?
You said it yourself, didn't you? You were chosen by the gods. And frankly, with powers like yours, I'd say you're nearly a god in your own right. We need those powers that you possess. With your strength on our side, we could finally put an end to the gruesome war with Lucis. You too must desire the fall of the kingdom that cast you into exile.
My desires are all in the past.
The man who wronged you may have died long ago, but his descendants live on to this day. Surely you must bear them some feelings of ill will.
My feelings are none of your concern.
Come along.
Come along.
This is the fruit of my labor. A small portion of it, that is. I envy you. A human life is too short to truly understand all there is to know about the world. Go on. Have a look. Do watch your step, won't you?
Given the demon's aversion to light, they cling to the shadows until the sun fades and the night falls. Adagium, however, is different. Unlike his demon brethren, he can still function uninhibited in broad daylight.
Of course, the ultraviolet rays harm him, much like they would any other demon. Yet his cells regenerate quickly enough to essentially negate the damage.
It stings. Like the light of the sun. Perhaps I'd best cover up.
Demons were first officially recognized as a species roughly 200 years ago. According to ancient tech, demonification has caused infected creatures. This model is a replica made from plaster poured into a demon-shaped cavity discovered deep underground. Demons sublimate when their vital functions cease, so this particular specimen must have vaporized after the mud around it had already solidified. Scientists believe this subject burrowed into the earth in order to shield itself from the light of the sun.
This is our world.
It has been estimated that Eos came into existence some 4.5 billion years ago. Ancient myths tell tales of 6 protector gods who first alighted upon Eos in the ancient Solheim era. Fossils thought to be remains of these members of the human race were discovered in the Vistala region. Some claim this is the fire caused the region before the dawn of the Solheim civilization. According to legend, the fire god Ifrit first bestowed his burning wisdom upon a man who later sat the throne of Solheim. The mechanized civilization of Solheim is presumed to have originated in the Disgaea and Clane regions. Exactly when the civilization rose and fell, however, remains the subject of much investigation. The enormous crevasse separating the regions of Clane and Disgaea is known as Telpar Crag. It is here that the War of the Astrals is said to have taken place. When Ifrit tried to reduce mankind to ash, the other gods fought back, and some claim this clash caused the collapse of Solheim. It is said that Ifrit, having lost the War of the Astrals, was interred atop the Rock of Ravito. After the war, the ice goddess allegedly sank into a deep slumber, nestled in the Gorovus rift of Volub. To this day, no one knows what became of the blade god, Bahamut. The Earth god Titan can be seen supporting the meteor at the heart of the disk of Cauthus in Disgaea. As for the storm god Rama, legend has it he sealed himself away within Fosha Hollow in Disgaea. The sea goddess Leviathan disappeared in the wake of the war. Some say she swam below the waves and slumbers beneath the city of Altisha. Some 2,000 years ago, the gods granted Somnus Lucis Chiron 2 gifts: the sacred stone and ring. With these in hand, he founded the kingdom of Lucis. In the centuries since, Lucis has managed to expand its territory while struggling to suppress a parasitic plague. As of AE 722, Mor's Lucis Chiron sits the throne as the 112th monarch of his line. Regis Lucis Chiron is King Mor's firstborn son, and first in line to succeed his father. Angel Guard, off the coast of Golden Key, is an uninhabited island that Lucians regard as sacred ground. Ancient texts tell of a monster known as Adagium supposedly sealed away within, but investigations into its existence have yet to provide conclusive evidence. Soon after the establishment of the Kingdom of Lucis, House Philaray founded the nation of Tenebrae, The Empire began its occupation of Tenebrae in ME 359, a move that was initially met with much apprehension. In order to assuage the dissenters, the Empire preserved the Oracle's home of Fenestala Manor. This concession was partially made for political purposes. House Foray enjoys close ties with the line of Lucis. The Accordion Protectorate has developed into a bustling league of towns at the heart of maritime trade. In ME 606, the Empire won an important battle against the allied forces of Lucis and Accordo, and in turn, annexed the Protectorate. The country is steeped in traditions and cultures that are incompatible with imperial rule, so the Empire has permitted it a measure of relative political autonomy. Centuries after the founding of Lucis, a movement to revive the lost civilization of Solheim arose around the Welfham region. Leading the charge was House Aldercat, whose brave deeds brought about the rise of the Niflheim Empire. The Empire built upon Solheim's magic technology and employed it for military use. This new firepower helped the Empire fell its foes, taking Tenebrae in ME 359 and Accordo in ME 606. As of ME 722, under the direction of Emperor Aedalus Aldercat, the Empire is developing new arms fusing magitech with demons. Vestiges of the ancient Solheim civilization can still be seen in the ruins of Piteous and Steel of Grove. Several ancient structures also dot the forest of the Fall Grove that encircles Castlemark Tower. Excavation of these various sites is currently underway. In 501, during an expedition in the Nuad region, the Imperial Army discovers a new species known as demons.
At center, we see what I presume to be Lucian warriors and the King of Yore. I've learned a great deal about the first King of Lucis, but I never knew he was second in line. It seems to depict a legend in which the chosen king dispels the darkness. If that's true, does that mean Lucis intends to someday stand above all other? Their trifling tales mean nothing in the face of our superior technology. Only we can restore balance to our world. At the top of the painting, we see the Oracle herself. The bloodline of the Oracle is one of the oldest in Eos, originating with Eromirus Flore. Only they possess the power to commune with the gods. This painting depicts the Oracle as some goddess of light herself. She'd doubtless prove a powerful ally if she could be persuaded. On the side frame, we see the hexagon. Conspicuously absent is the traitorous god of fire who started the Great War of old. Perhaps developing a deeper understanding of the demons will bring us closer to comprehending their divine counterparts. But what if I were to find a way to combine those two disparate elements? By my estimation, the grotesque creatures depicted here are likely demons. Could this mean these monsters will be harbingers of the apocalypse? If only we could find a way to harness their power for ourselves.
The line of Lucis was chosen to eradicate evil from Eos, and with the divine on their side, how could they fail?
Oh, I guess it's interesting so far.
Adagium, that is what the Lucians call the monster they imprisoned for 2,000 long years. His powers surpass those of any mortal, and his body is all but impervious to attack. It's no wonder the Founder King sealed him away on the Isle of Angel Guard. He undoubtedly feared this monster might challenge his reign. It seems fortune smiles upon me. Though the Lucians kept him locked away for 2,000 years, I've managed to secure Adagium for myself. The raging winds and stormy seas may have cast all others away, but the waves parted for me that day and led the way. While I've yet to conduct any official research, the potential he proved in combat was most promising. I estimate his powers easily surpass anything mankind has ever seen. Perhaps this streak of luck has just begun.
Fascinating, isn't it? I pored over the ancient texts and found scarcely a mention of you. I barely believed you existed till I saw you with my own eyes. With your help, my research is proceeding smoothly. You have my thanks. This must be how the gods feel looking down upon our world. Here we have a model of imperial territory. It includes our present lands as well as our future acquisitions. Feel free to have a look. There's something you should see. Come with me. I found something most interesting on the Rock of Flavito. If my experiment on this specimen succeeds, it might provide the information you've been looking for. This way. frees the Infernium.
You subjugated a god and brought him here?
He was sound asleep, just as the legend said he'd be, so we put him on ice. Do you think you could turn him
Into a demon?
If you managed to demonify a deity, you could learn truths no mere mortal could ever dream of knowing. You'll access 2,000 years of his memories, and if you can control him, he'll be a weapon of supreme power. It's certainly an enticing offer, isn't it? Just think you could exact sweet revenge through divine retribution.
How do you know what I want?
I don't, but I know no other option. Well, shall we? Come see the fruits of my magic research. This way. The ancient civilization so high, forefathers of our magic technology have once flourished on this land. Had they not incurred the wrath of the gods, they may have remained prosperous to this day.
And you wish to restore them to greatness?
To surpass them, which is why I need you to lend me your strength. But I'm certain magic technology and demons are the keys to unlocking the door to a new future. Lucians?
But how?
Code me squad. Adagium sighted.
Requesting backup from squad. Shutting down communications until all clear.
So, you've come to kill me, have you?
Or die trying.
Oh, Infernian, grant me the power to take Somnus, his people, and his cursed kingdom, and burn them all to the ground! No! I was the one chosen to be king.
Arden.
Forgive me. I defied the will of the gods and revealed to Somnus you had been chosen to be king. I never dreamt. He tried to kill you.
But he did. Somnus fooled Avery, so he could usurp the throne. Everything that happened, it's all his fault.
No. Listen to me. It's my fault. I'm the one who ruined your future. This was divine retribution for my sins.
You've no sins to atone for. Gods! Answer me! Why have you burdened us with this fate? Era! Oh no! Era! Please!
In the names of the gods above, fulfill your calling, Arden, and punish me for my sins.
Era.
Kill me.
That's right. Kill her. Put that monster out of its misery, just like I did.
I can't. My calling. is to save lives.
Just like you saved that innocent man by turning him into a demon.
Please, Arden. You must live.
Not without you.
Come. Why not give the lady what she wants? Once again, failed to save her. No surprise. A monster can do naught but destroy.
I'll give you somnus. This monster may not be able to destroy you, but I'll see to it that I destroy everything you built. Hear me, gods above. No longer shall I supplicate you for pardon. No longer shall I sojourn toward the light. Nay, the path I intend to tread is paved with blood and darkness. No longer shall I seek your guidance. This path is mine to tread alone.
The Empire's demonic experiments bore fruit before long, precipitating the production of a Magitech infantry. As recognition for his contribution to this research, Arden Azunia was inaugurated as Imperial Chancellor. Thanks to its newfound firepower, Niflheim managed to break the stalemate that shackled the nation for more than 100 years, and, in turn, forced Lucis to scale back its magical barrier. The untimely passing of King Mors ushered in the era of a new monarch, and the young Regis Lucis Kylum succeeded the throne. Meanwhile, Arden began to spread the Star Scourge throughout the world, stealing people's memories and learning as much about the kingdom as he could. In time, those memories began to merge with his own, gradually transforming him into a wicked echo of his former self. And now, at long last, the time for his revenge has come.
The creature has become stealing flames, turning the area surrounding the citadel to a sea of fire. All citizens must evacuate.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Greetings, people of the Kingdom of Lucis. Do forgive me for interrupting the festivities. But I must tell you, this day of rapturous revelry shall be your last. Call it divine retribution. False kings and fraudulent nations are fated to perish.
Who is he? We've yet to ID him. Whoever he is, it's clear he wishes us harm. You stay here. I am going to put a stop to this madman. Time to work.
Attention all units, this is your captain speaking. Code Red, sir. Follow your commander's orders and get the situation under control.
Everything is knowledge.
Don't hold back now.
Clarence, have you identified the creature? Not yet, but we believe it to be demonic in nature. A demon. But how could it possibly withstand the daylight? For now, help the citizens evacuate. The Vanguard will take care of the giant. Absolutely, sir. The Crown's Guard is almost wiped out, sir. Target is still on the move. Special forces are on the way. Try to hold out until they arrive.
Behold! Where's your head?
Engaging the target. He's so strong. Sending backup. Don't let him get away.
Such power.
And enjoy the show. Now, where in the world might those dastardly devices be? I've marked the location of all the devices they're using to amplify the war.
They seem to be positioned on rooftops around the city. Find them and destroy them.
With pleasure. I'll be sure to keep you abreast of my progress. No rest for the wicked.
Perhaps I'll take the highway. device down. It doesn't seem to have had any effect just yet. Keep going for now.
Sir, one of the wall amplifiers has been destroyed. Why would he cut it? Is this a NIP attack? We haven't sighted any Imperial soldiers inside or outside the wall, sir. They must have sent him to do their dirty work. Stop him at once, sir!
I expected more from you.
My trials never cease.
Oh dear, did I do that? How lucky you are to know the sweet release of death. That's gonna be hard to do. Oh no, I'm completely surrounded. Dance! Not bad. Can't say you didn't try. Well, better luck next time, I suppose. That was disappointing. Serves you right. Did I do that? Back up! Over here! How tragically weak you are. It's going to be hard to fix.
I expected more from you. How lucky you are to know the sweet release of death. That's going to be hard to fix.
And yeah, this is actually pretty good. I'm gonna pick it up back up tomorrow. I'm starting to get tired.